What do you think about sitting for exams? Well, for an exam seeker, it is pretty obvious that I'm all for the idea of taking any kind of English examination. In this video, I'm going to give you some reasons for striving for exams and certifications. Let's go! Hello exam seekers, I'm Patty and today I'm talking about the importance of sitting for tests and exams. At the beginning of the year, some students asked me what my take on sitting for exams was. Well, for an exam seeker, it is pretty obvious that I'm all for the idea of taking any kind of examination, but I didn't actually explain why. Well, everyone knows that collecting certifications is a very reasonable step to get upgraded. I mean, when you start listing the qualifications you've achieved, lots of things start to happen. First, the sense of achievement is one of the sensations you get. To know that you've worked hard, that you paid for a qualification for a couple of months or years, and you achieved it. That you did all the homework attached to the tests, all the study and the dedication, and it was all worthwhile because you were rewarded with a positive certification. It is really satisfying. Secondly comes pride. You get proud of yourself knowing that you and other few have gotten this or that certificate, that you are now part of a small group of people who have gained knowledge for that you are certified to teach this or that, or recognition that very few people get from achieving such a mark. The sensations that I've mentioned are incredible, but what about the actual tangible achievement? Once you get a specific certification, you can get better jobs, better job positions. I know that not everyone sees the results, but they are true. You know that if you want to start teaching at specific schools, you can only do that by having studied at certain universities, having taken the CELTA course, the TKT, and other courses. Some schools demand a C1 level of the CFR, former CAE, or the C2 proficiency level, former CPE certification. So don't take it for granted. Taking exams get you higher and hired. You can not only achieve better job positions at a specific company, school, by having your certifications, but you can also create your own business. You can start your own company, your own course, your own private classes, etc. and etc. By having a certification, you can create your own business and sell your products because you own that piece of information. Not only own that piece of information, but it proves your skills and knowledge. Once you have studied and you got a certification from place A, B, or C, people will know how qualified you are because a specific institution signs under your certification. You also keep up to date in the market. People will see your resume and know that you are not doing nothing in 2017 or 2022, but you studied and you took an exam. Certain companies need to know that their employees are not stopped in time. There are many reasons that I could list here, but let me tell you why I decided to talk about this topic. Well, a student of mine asked me a question related to this topic. He was not talking about taking an English proficiency exam. He was talking about the final exam of his English course. Let me contextualize so that it can be clear for you. He had been studying English for a while, and at this specific English school, you have the option of taking the final exam after taking the regular level exams and get a certificate for that. If you opt not to take the final exam, you won't get a certificate from the school. Just a piece of document telling the number of hours you've studied there. I know that other schools provide you with a certificate without the final exam, but that's how this specific school works. Then this student asked me if it was relevant taking this exam. Now, before saying my answer, I want you guys to guess what I told him and the reasons. So my answer was, yes, of course. First of all, the final exam is for free, and there is basically no reason why he shouldn't take it. As it is a final exam, it might be a little boring because it's too long, so it takes him some time to prepare for it and for actually taking it. So that would be the only bad thing about trying and taking this exam. Other than that, if he gets the mark, he gets a certificate. And there are many reasons for wanting to have that certificate in his resume. 1. It proves his skills and knowledge acquisition. 2. It shows that he's part of a few in a bunch. 3. It gives him self-recognition and self-awareness. 4. In the region he lives, his certification is recognized and praised. And this piece of advice I gave him is the same I would give you all. There are many reasons to take a free exam, but the real question is, why not taking it? I have students who have just left the course after achieving the highest level of this school. These people didn't worry about granting themselves a certification, even though they were pretty capable of getting a high mark. These people usually say that it doesn't matter or that my job doesn't require it. And you are left with nothing but a piece of paper saying that you have an X numbers of hours studied there. But we never know the future, and we never know when our certification will be needed. I mean, in a couple of years, your boss might ask your English certification that you didn't take. Or you might travel to some place and they require any type of certification related to languages, for instance. You also might want to do a portfolio or a journal with your academic history, and etc., etc. It is even possible that you change jobs and have to show a simple document which you could have had, but now you have to call to that English school that you studied ages ago to get it. If you are lucky, they are still there and have you in their files. Anyhow, the main point is, should I take exams? Yes, whenever possible. Not only for professional reasons, but it's also a way to assess your level of knowledge, which is even more important than the reasons I mentioned before. Well, I hope you all can take lots of exams and have great results. As for me, I'll keep taking mine and I'll keep sharing them with you. Now, you tell me, what is the next exam or the next test that you are going to take? Comment in the comment section below. If you want more content like this one, make sure to subscribe to this channel so every time there is a new video, YouTube will tell you. Also, don't forget to like this video so that I know that this content is relevant for you. Okay? Well, that's it for today. Thanks for watching me and see you next time. Bye bye. Oh, don't forget, knowledge is never enough, but I mean it. As I mentioned in this video today, trying to get exams, trying to look for certifications, it's never enough. It's when I say that knowledge is never enough, don't stop looking for it. It's really worth it to study, to get to know and collect the certifications. So, knowledge is never enough. Bye bye. The sensations I've mentioned are all the study and dedication and all the study and the dedication that you did all the homework attached to the tests, all the study and the dedication.